Alright peeps, welcome back to Split City, me little starting tiles challenge map on City Skylines 2 here. In the last episode we built this magnificent motorway interchange slash bus stop, double-decker bus stop at that. And I apparently messed up that somehow because it wasn't supposed to end there. It was supposed to end over here and hopefully we'd have a train gone by and that. But it's the way it is. We can see a couple of people gone into the church in there. And I got it right this time because it was in front of me face. Now thanks to our highly profitable bus station here, I think it's finally time to go ahead and delete this big rectangle about here. The temporary estate. Look at how beautiful this first estate is, all well thought out and beautiful and everything. This estate, gravel roads everywhere with occasional upgrades. But not for very much longer. We're gonna be deleting all this estate and everybody who calls it home. Now, that's gotta be most of the buildings, surely. Oh, it's a solid chunk of them. Alright, let me clear the rest up here and I'll get back to you. And there we have it, our lovely expansive land regenerated once again. You can see where the old highway used to go through. Look at that, lanes and lanes of traffic disappearing off into the mountain there. Now, seeing all this traffic up on the hill here, it's made us think. I didn't want me bit motorway to be running straight over the hill like. I reckon we're going to do a bit of a tunnel job. And I think we'll start by deleting this bit of a nonsense connection here. We'll connect on in there. And then we're going to have a tidy little curve here. But what I want to do is come up around about here where this first little intersection and big queue of traffic is. And I want to make my little tunnel entry as small as possible. So you see we get some big tunnel entries. But if we go here, we got a tiny tunnel entry. And then we go up to 0 meters. A little something like that. Oh, that's all normal road. Alright then. So the next part of me upgrades here, as soon as we exit the tunnel, it's going to transition seamlessly into a 2-lane road just like that, where we start getting a bit of zoning and everything going on. And I really like that small tunnel through there. Barely any elevation change on this bit of motorway. It's just all under the mountain there. Oh, yes. And you're now going to be doing a lovely little mountain top village over there. Alright, so now we've got our motorway in. Let's work on our motorway out. Because we can't be having this little woodland street 2-way nonsense. So let's delete this bit. And I didn't like how that's a bit dodgy, so I'm going to delete this bit of road as well. And I didn't like how that bit comes all the way up, so I'm going to delete this bit of road as well. Oh, I just clicked the motorways tab and it just showed us that bit spiral doing there. Oh, I forgot about that. I absolutely love that to get doing. Because there's like a million layers of motorway here. And by a million, I mean 3. There's legit, look, there's one there, and then one on top there. Absolutely craziness, this bit of motorway here. But it looks good from above, doesn't it? All the slip roads are underground. Now, I did build it backwards purposely, because it's the only way I managed to get it all to be a proper little cutout like that. Let's flip it back around that way, which of course is going to upgrade it into something it isn't because I forgot to turn off all this stuff. We'll do it again, this time with all the magic settings turned off, so that doesn't happen. What? Right, I'm turning all of these upgrade things off. Right, is it going to work this time? It works this time. Happy days. Right, now, I believe I can connect this in a little something like that. Maybe a little bit better than that. There we're gone. That looks a lot nicer now. A hell of a lot nicer. Alright, let's delete these commercial buildings. Alright, so now we've got that. I'm tempted to put a 2-lane road on here. And by on here, I of course mean on here. Oh yes, look at that, it works. If I go one further forward, I induce a roundabout. But if I do it to here, big road on top of the road. And it's a bridge. Let me quickly adjust the height of these. Damn it! Alright, 5-minute load time, I'll be back. 1 reload later, we're back in. I fixed the little nub at the top there. Let us jump in, upgrade this, or downgrade it, to no longer be a bridge. Look at that. It's got thick paths on this side. It's definitely not the motorway underneath it. Definitely not just the motorway underneath it. So the reason I've done that little upgrade there is I want there to be a bit of zoning here. And this is also where I plan on connecting up my little alleyways. But they don't have to be 2 different alleyways now. They can be a singular alleyway. That doesn't want to connect in very nicely. Alright then, connect in there. And then we're going to use the move it mod to centre your lane. Why aye, that looks much better now. And as much as I enjoy the floating bridge there, I think we should probably upgrade this. At least to here, to be a quay wall. It matches the other side now. 2 quay walls up to the bridge. Oh, and I rose this bridge. Rose? I shifted this bridge up a bit so it's clearing the lines for when the big lecky passenger trains come by. But these lines that are going through the bridge, well, they're going through the bridge. It's all worked out, part of the old contract, you know. Tell you what, I'm loving this new estate already and I haven't even started building the thing yet. Right, speaking of building the thing yet, why don't we actually do that? Let's get our big complex curve out. And why didn't we see about getting this main ring road on the gun? Now, I could click it here, but I do think it's wise to zoom in so I can double check and make sure I'm definitely connecting to the correct road here. You see, look, I'm connecting to the top road there, bottom road there, top road, bottom road, top road, bottom road. There we go, connected in, just how I like it. And there's our main ring road that takes traffic around this new estate. And the thing that's going to be in the middle of this new estate, oh, it's going to be a cork. I'm going to do a huge Victorian terrace estate all the way in here. At least where the ground's flat-ish. Flat-ish. I even have a custom road built up for it and everything. And then since this corner lines so perfectly up 90 degrees, I did actually notice the line and I was like, maybe I can do something with it. So I guess now is the time where I get to find out if I can do something with it or not. Ploppy in there. And there we have a tidy little connection knocking about there. Let me switch to an alleyway. Gonna leave myself 2 squares of zoning. I'm going all the way up. Same again. I'm gonna leave 2 squares of zoning. And I'm gonna go up to the motorway at the top there. But bring it down until it gets to 0% elevation change. Or 0.1. So about here is where I click it. And I'm gonna do that all the way along. And I'm sure you didn't want to see us place alleys and paths all the way along. So I'll spare you that. And catch back with you when I'm done. And there we have the beginnings of our terraces. Let me unveil me fancy little alley here. Oh, because my alley's a bit fancy, I'm going to have to quickly put in a normal alley first. Just like that. And then we're snapping off. Upgrade the alley so it fits right in there like that without upsetting any zoning whatsoever. Look at all of those zones. And this alley's real fancy because it has a path on it. Just on one side of it. And it's a tiny path. But it's there. Right, now the reason I've left the tops open is I've picked a very particular little house. Now I've picked the UK Medium Terrace 9. And I'm popping level 5 properties doing. I hope that's not a problem. Because I know you can come in and lock the building level and stop it from changing and that. However, I do not want to do that for every single building I'm about to manually place here. So I figured if I get it up max level, it's hopefully not going to respawn as one of the other ones I don't like. There's only one other type of terrace house that fits here. But it only has one of the type of bay window houses that I'm after. I want a full street of bay windows. I'd also prefer them all to be all brick or all white. But hey, kind of get everything, can you? So yeah, now let me place all of these houses, and then when I get to the end, I'll show you why I needed to leave the top open. Oh wow, really? Did I work that perfectly there on that first row? I did start placing buildings on the wrong row, so I had to quickly swap over to the next terrace. But yeah, I want to make sure that the zoning works out to where we actually end at the end. So what that says to me is if I take this road here, send it 90 degrees, all the way to intersect with this last one here, I should then, on the 4th tile down, be able to pop an alley all the way down. A little something like that. Not forgetting to upgrade the alley to get the fancy path on the gun there. Now it's just a case of cleaning all of this mess up. And there we have our big Victorian terrace grid. The dream of the Victorians. Just lay a big strip of terraces down across whatever terrain you find. Up, down, anyway. Oh yeah, thankfully it did work. I'm always terrified when I get the end, just in case I need to redo it. Look at this back alley here. Don't you feel like you're in Britain? Don't worry, I'm going to make it feel more UK-like very shortly. And the way I'm going to do that, of course, is by slapping down a million billion terraced houses that are all the same. Aye, this is what the builders must have felt like back in the day when they were constructing big terraces up and down big massive hills and that. Just plopping terrace after terrace down. Connect them all together, make it one big terrace. And these alleyways you see, new and modern day terraces, they were most likely about 50 more houses crammed in between the two terraces. And there we are! I just placed my last terrace house. Maybe a misclick. But that was officially the last terrace house I placed. Look at these bad lads in here. Why didn't we have ourselves a little speedy up run doing this little road here? Each side of the house, virtually identical houses with the odd upgrade here and there. Absolutely wunderbar. Now do I see traffic at the end here? Where are ye's gone? Oh, looks like I get thrown back to the beginning. Oh, yeah, of course there's no water or food or anything. Water or food. Sewage, lecky, or water. Yeah, where were these cars driving here? Where do you think you're going, mate? And where are you returning to, my friend? Oh, I have actually connected up the end. I forgot I connected the motorway. So people actually can get out of here. They can't get in here, but they can get out of here. Well, I definitely made a mistake on pausing, because instead of being able to enjoy my lovely terraces here, I get to enjoy all the warnings about it. Yeah, we're going to have to quickly fix that, aren't we? And what's it on earth is going on here? Oh, not the big bus stop. Oh, I'm scared to resume. I'm scared to resume, but I'm going to do it. Speed 1. Oh, no, this is where it all landed. What happened? What bloody happened here? You know what? I'm going to load an autosave and go have a look. Load the most recent autosave and hope that the buses haven't crashed yet. And that my game doesn't crash. Oh, yes, the bus is just crashing. What is... Oh! Oh, my! I'm going to have to get the camera out here. Tell you what, pet, you're looking awfully relaxed for someone that's about to fly through the air. There's another one. Another one just being flung out the bus, just flying about. Let's get an angle here. Look at the carnage that's about to be unleashed. You know what I've just clocked? That's a yellow bus. It shouldn't even be up there. It should be down here. Did the crash occur down here? Nah, the bus stop looks big chillin' down there. I was going to say, it shouldn't be able to crash on a bus stop like that. It's like the least crashable thing gone. Maybe into a wall. Anywho, let's park our horses on the church in here and watch this big crash unfold. Look at the yellow bus. It's flying about. The pedestrians are absolutely flinging. She is spinning out the other side of the motorway. And then this blue bus, we know this blue bus is about to come in. And it's a big final destination moment. Blue bus break! Oh, the blue bus didn't crash that time. Eh? I swear there was a blue bus involved, like, on the crash. Let's speed it up a bit. See if we get a blue bus crash. Maybe the blue bus. It's this blue bus, isn't it? Oh, quick, get back onto the church-in roof! Nah, it's not that blue bus. I don't know which blue bus crashes like. Let's do a little bit of a speed 3. See what we get. Alright, we got blue bus time. It could be one of these two. Oh, it's not that one. Is it this one? Are they going to crash into each other? Nah, just a bog standard traffic jam. I don't know what the crack is here, like. Where did the blue bus come from? I swear the blue bus was, like, proper crashed as well. I also think this yellow bus was in a different position. And not resting on the invisible ground there. Give it a quick minute, see if anything happens. Yeah, yellow bus just guns. You know what? I'm actually alright. Let us just crack on with my life. Oh, well, if you're cracking on with your life. Just imagine it, peeps. You're going home through the bridge at night. You take a look out to see the Aurora Borealis and you're like, oh my god, is that a bus? What is going on with that bus? And look at those pedestrians flying towards us. Oh no. Whatever shall we do? Apart from go up a bit so we can see the actual road. That pedestrian has just been flung into the motorway. Like, that's the one that was spinning earlier. I loaded an earlier autosave just to see if I could see what the crack was, but you're just getting run over by a caravan pit. But it looks like maybe the second crash is like an RNG based thing, so maybe the bus crashes now, maybe it doesn't. We've got the police over there though in the French corner. Oh no, it's not, it's an ambo. Classic ambo. Waiting for pedestrians to cross. Can someone just... You know you're in France when your ambo ends up just doing a U-turn instead of going now a pedestrian crossing, innit? Alright, one last replay. I've got a very specific purpose for this replay. Here, there she is! The old spinny MiGly! I want a first-person camera this so bad. Let's go! Speed 1, first-person camera! I haven't even started spinning yet! Oh, wait until the spinning starts! And I promise you, peeps, this is only speed 1. Oh, this is why you don't want to get involved in a bus crash, innit? Yeah, there you go. You just settle for lying on the ground with traffic running underneath you. Alright, I've sat you up for ages ages. I loaded the episode change file. Let's see if this yellow bus crashes, and if it doesn't, I'm outta here! Because as you can see, we've still got what our temporary rectangular boots. Different look at that, alternate timelines. This is our current timeline, one where the RNG saw fit to crash 2 buses and pinwheel a pedestrian into the middle of the motorway there. Alicia's alright. We're a bit torn up, but she'll be alright. Ah! I made a grave mistake! A grave mistake! Look away! Look away! Yes, please disappear. That's much nicer. Oh no. Oh no. I'll never unsee that. Oh, the City Skylines 2 sims are terrifying. And of course the Lecky poles didn't connect. Oh, they did connect. Where's me Lecky? So it's getting more and more difficult to delete these underground lines. Like, and I got anyone to blame but myself. Alright, brand new Lecky connection. Yous have got Lecky. Now stop whinging. Alright, now we can start thinking about connections on here. I did realise this is a connection on as well as a connection off, but we definitely want more than one on this entire estate here. And I'm thinking about doing some fanciness on the corners here. So if I get in on the corner, get a solid 135 on each angle there, and then from here, pop some little connecting lanes on a bit like that. So I say there's no point really doing that over here, because we have this connection here. I will preemptively do my little nub up the top there for the little top estate. This needs to be deleted anyway. But I feel like connecting this bad lad up to that alleyway there. And I think this alley here is going to end up turning into the little, maybe a loop around the top here for the top estate. Now we're not going to have all these connections on. We're not going to have any of the alleyways at all connecting to being far. And I think we skip the first 2 and then we start alternating entrances there. A little something like that. And that should help not have a million little intersections across the top here. But on this side, I'm thinking we connect all the opposite ones up. Apart from near the corners, of course. And then we have our connections down into the terraces. You can really see the terraces from up on the hill, like, proper cutting through the land. Now in here, I had plans to do mixed residential all the way along, hence the 3 wide goops. However, I do believe it's still a big broken, so we can't really use any of this classification here. Not a single bit of it. Maybe we can make something out of some corner terraces. After a little bit of hunting, I found this little pairing here. Little German mixed residential and commercial units. These middle ones are only 2 deep, but hey, it means I can do a little bit of shumming in here, don't it? Maybe pop a canopy park or something in here, you know? Maybe. But for now, I've got to go ahead, use the picker mod, and repeat this pattern all the way along. Both sides. Now we seem to have a happy little accident here, where this is a bit extra for some reason, even though that never happened over here. Everything just fit in just fine. Tad scary. I feel like it should all be one or the other, but hey, we've got this extra little bit here. What we can do here is either pop a path or, since we're fancy lads, see about popping a tiny city park. Oh, too big. Modern pocket park. Oh, you seen the modern pocket park's too big. Nee good. I'm just going to pop a path in there for now, and we're going to come back to it. Don't let us forget this bit, peeps. Don't let us forget. I just placed this row of terraces doing manually, so you know. If you're ever walking down the street and you wonder why people have got grass in their gardens, and then all of a sudden why the path gets a bit smaller towards the middle there, and then gets larger again, it's because this terrace of whose is here was here before the road was. Road alignment be damned. I like me hoose. I leveled it up to 5 all the time. It needs to stay there. Now that's not everything. I want to quickly jump over here, grab this wheelie bin, zoom into one of our little back alleys here, and with our handy dandy line tool, get the bins all the way in. And then we rinse and repeat that for all of these alleys. And here we are. All the bins have been placed. Doing all these alleys, you can see the bins just absolutely lining them. Look at the posture on this one. Just getting out of the road as fast as possible. Now, obviously, there's no bins on the main roads. We keep those for the side alleys just off the main roads. Yeah, like I say, double stacks of bins all the way down all of these alleys here. Let's see if we can get a canny little shot halfway down an alley. Let's go in here, see if we can see bins all the way down into the ground apparently, and all the way up the hill there. There's some dodgy sheds being built, like. What's going on with this wall here? There's no need for that, like. We know how to build on steep hills in the UK. Now, what do I want to do with this fancy little bit of estate here? Do I do a little ring rund? You know what? I'm going to make it a tidy little one-way complex. And since we have them unlocked, I may as well use the fancy roundabouts. I'm going to cross to there, line up very nicely like that. Plop a big fancy roundabout on. And connect up just like that. And hopefully that actually replaced that bit of road and there's no dodgy shenanigans going on. The only issue being is the parking's on the wrong bloody side. Do I actually have to go create a custom road for this? And by custom road, I mean just like making this one 7 meters. You know what? I'm going to make it 9 meters. It's going to be huge. I'm going to fully custom this. Let's go. What? Come on, game. How can you not figure, like, turning to the right to park on a one-way street instead of the left? What? It's put trees on the wrong side now. So what does the game think is happening here? Oh. That works. Alright, that seems to work. Right, now that I've got me fancy one-lane, one-way parking tour, I can upgrade this road to have the parking on the right side. I just adjusted that road slightly there so it's all butted up against the line because I don't actually want any zoning on this side of it. That's why I've got the parking and everything on that side. One thing I did notice is I was supposed to delete these roads and I completely forgot. But instead of replacing them with a path, I could replace them with a pedestrian street. I mean, not this one. But the issue with pedestrian streets is drivers just drive doing them anyway, even though it's a pedestrian street. But then I remembered I've got this small one-way pedestrian street, which I believe I can real casually connect up a little something like that. And if nothing else, when cars inevitably do use that, they're only leaving and not joining. And then I can further restrict their access by saying you can only turn left from there as well. But there's going to be no cars trying to turn in there. I'm also going to have to shift these bins back and all with a new fancy path. But alright, let me casually repeat that for all 4 of these and I'll get back to you. I'm just doing my last little bit of road here and it should prove to be a canny fun little bit of road. Because it's going to be the bit of road that connects onto the flat bit of road on top of the tunnel road. I was trying to see how many times I could say road altogether. You know what? I actually feel more comfortable if I come off here and then swing around. That way I know the connection should be somewhat alright. I knew it would get into the wrong one. Look at that. Right. Be bulldozed. Connecting to the correct bit of road here. Oh, this is 2.5 up over ground, that's why. So technically, this is above ground. We got ourselves a couple of tidy little 90s there. And why are you still got plenty of headroom before you drive into the brick wall tunnel there, as it's so being affectionately named. I suppose the only thing I need to do now is start removing this bloody wood chopping form here. Unfortunately, this forest is now people's houses. Oh, no. Well, at least they're only level 2. Because look, I crisscrossed the fence and it's all ogre. Alright, let's reconnect this little path in here. So we have our connection now on the railway for the pedestrians. And I'll see if nothing else, we should connect in here with a little bit of a zebra crossing. That is in the correct bit, isn't it? Lovely, that is in the correct road. Oh, I didn't want it to be under there. So pedestrians can get fully into this big estate now and then they can get into there and it's pedestrian heaven all the way around here. Speaking of pedestrian heaven, I didn't want to forget about this, but I want to do it with yous. I'm thinking a little parkway here. Surely we're big enough for a bit of a pocket park or something. Oh, look at that! Bloody perfect for a pocket park. The only annoying part is that tiny little bit of zoning there that it takes out. Now, I read that with the old zoning toolkit here, you can make it work, providing you're in the Find It mod. And I found that to be the case as well. So there we go, and look, it's working and everything. I managed to make this big house appear at the top. Alright, is this a real thing? Can I place this? And that works. Does it affect the zoning up here? Now I got 6 bits of zoning. Happy days. Now I'll connect it with a path just to make sure, like. Just to make sure it is all connected and everything. And then once we have some hoses in, I'll sort out the surface and it'll look lovely and pretty. Now while we're on the subject of paths, I do want to make sure we have at least one path that simply goes from here down to here. Connects all that together. And you know what I should probably do? Replace the old firehouse and police station that I just deleted earlier and maybe shouldn't have. Just to rub salt in the wounds, I'm going to purchase, once again, the German police station. And I'm going to squeeze it in right here, just like that. What do you mean you got any bloody car access? Didn't make us install a bloody access alley for you lads. There we go, and we've got copper lane with all the coppers hanging out. But for the firehouse, we're going to be gone all American. Well, at least Southwest American. I want to get it plopped in just on the edge there. Because I think Emergency Services Street here is the easiest and quickest way to get around to basically everywhere around here. Now before we get to zoning and stuff properly, I forgot to connect this up. As you can see, we've got a perfectly level roundabout and lane access. But I didn't connect the bloody lane up, did I? Oh, I didn't even get to touch the roundabout this time. Oh, this roundabout is a particularly number, like. Alright, I'll see you in about 5 to 10 minutes, peeps. Last but not least, let's check out our education. All green. But from the high schools. High schools are less than green. Might have something to do with the fact I can't bloody afford any. Which, to be honest with you, peeps, is a bit of a faff. Because I had big plans. I remembered when I saw this, I wanted to put this French school on top of the slip road there. Because look, it'll fit. It'll fit just nicely. Right there. Alright, I'm borrowing some money. I'm borrowing 200 grand. Let's go. 200 grand for the French school. And with a boom tune, we're moving ahead very nicely. Yes, we are. Thank you very much, pal. And does the big French high school cover the whole slip road like I thought it was going to? Like I want it to? Not quite. Not quite. I was kind of hoping it would put its path across there and fill it in. But, yeah, that floating building, let's go, that'll do. What I will do at least, move it mod, bring it in just a touch. Give it a bit of a spin as well. Line it up with this road the best I can. And yeah, this tile here I was hoping would go across. And, you know, sort of fill in the gap under the slip road. But the building's doing that, so it's all good. Oh, now I do need to adjust some paths, like. There we go. Got the path connected all in now for the pedestrians to get across. Connected a path on the other side as well, just so pedestrians don't end up deciding they want to cross this road, you know. Now that I've removed the crossings. And now we've got education coverage. Beautiful. Now, is there anything else we need sorted out? Crematorium, that's right. Crematorium time, hour here. I've been meaning to do this for far too long. Hearse garage, get yourself on there. Reason being is, as you can see, Hearse garage doesn't fit there, it ends up on the roundabout and on the motorway. But Hearse garage does fit here, and I'm going to pop 2 more on this side as well. Quickly get this bulldozer out, get that out the way, and now we have Hearse garages, direct access to the motorway. And the Garbo truck doesn't have to drive through a hedge every time. Alright, so I'm pretty happy that the hearses are going to keep up. What about Garbo? Garbo's looking good. See, the processing status is real down. And yeah, I suppose it does say that there, doesn't it? How much is... Oh, it's 880 grand, and I need to spend a progression node, so that's not happening. I might pop a hazardous waste processing unit on the side, but let me check other things first. Like, what are people upset about? Unreliable leaky supply? Look, fair enough, fair enough. I have been a bit iffy with letting you have power recently. Traffic, lack of entertainment. Honestly, it's not too bad. There's not really much kicking about here that's annoying them. Oh, that's right. I always forget about this. Post. How much is a post yard? Oh, look how close I am to get a small post office. I mean, not that I would want a small post office anyway. Need 250 grand at least. It looks like we're not getting post anytime soon, peeps. I think the only thing left to do now is just casually zone this. And there we have a quick zone. Can't wait for all of that to get zoned in, like. Petrol station on the roundabout. Why aye? Oh, now I have just found the perfect spot for the Heath pub. Look at that. On the corner. Absolutely wonderful. The Heath pub is a legendary pub, like. At least in that corner of the estate it is. I'm just doing my lane priorities here. And I upgraded this one bit of road to be 3 lane instead of 2. That's so when we get up to this bit of the intersection, everyone has their own way to go. AKA their own lane. All of that did apparently introduce traffic lights. Be gone. I wondered why there was a stop line there. I was like, nice stop lines in my city. One last maybe little pathway here. Oh, yes. And then a maybe little pathway going on up here. Why aye. What that lets me do is remove this crossing here. And here. And here. I'm going to repay as much of this loan as I can. I've got $0 dues. Oh, now would you look at this new bit of city all zoned in and everything. Well, not quite all zoned in, but, you know, mostly zoned in. Traffic seems to be doing alright. Or maybe all the traffic's just underground, which is fine by me. If you cannot see it, it's not there. And I think the big question is, what's my bank balance when I come out of this fancy drone mode? Is it minus? Is it plus? I think there's only one way to find out. Now we're back at the start. We'll do a dodgy little schnippity blue. And we'll exit the fancy drone cam and see how good or bad the situation is. 69 grand! It's not great. It's not terrible. Traffic seems to be genuinely alright. Oh, apart from here, we've got big traffic in the French Quarter. Oh, we've got a lot of people here wanting to get out of this side of the city and over the rickety bridge into the new bit of the city. which doesn't quite make sense because that's not a quick way to get out. Both of the on-ramps lead to the same place, so I don't see why people would want to be going around here to, like, leave. Maybe it's slightly quicker to enter then and come back over here. Why is everyone... So you can see the cars, they're going around there, coming back. What are you doing, pal? What's your route? You're going around there and doing. Why wouldn't you just go around the roundabout the left and doing there? Oh, one way, that's why. One way road, of course, of course. See, now this is the type of citizen I want. They get their bus in to the under the deck station there that we can see if we peek through the ground. It's a busy old station and all, isn't it? It's where they enter from. Right, and then they have a nice little walk around. Bloody, what's your problem, mate? I'll be still a bit of a shift with a move up mod, eh? Alright, now my money is fluctuating. Ooh, between 3 downs and 3 ups. What is happening here? Is it with buses? Ah, look at that. We're not even pulling a profit on the buses at the moment. I guess it's like the old Industries DLC from City Skylines 1. Money comes and money goes, rather unpredictably at that. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of people using this route to get over there, like. These are just causing unnecessary traffic. You know what I could do? It's long overdue. I'm gonna get the district suit, and the district gun's doing the middle of the rails. I've got me 3 districts now. We've got the grafters split hour here. I've got a little bit of policies going on. Now for Evergreen Swamp, I want to go policies and then wait until I'm milestone 7 busy tune. Because from what I can see there, it'll stop people driving through and commuting. It'll force them to take their own bloody exit. But anyway, this is a fancy place, so we get speed bumps, we get a fairly cheap roadside parking fee, recycling, knee heavy traffic, and energy consumption awareness. Out here, we allow heavy traffic, and there's knee speed bumps. Looks like there's been an incident. We've got the coppers looking out for the 2 cars off the bridge. Look at the last minute merges from the trucks and cars and that. Look at this lorry last minute merge, I bet you. Meow, meow. It's alright, the coppers sorted it out, despawned the traffic. Everyone's happy now. I was about to say we've got no waiting for hearses, but we've got a few. So how are we doing? How are we doing out here? Oh, well, it's not going to be good if we're waiting for an ambo, is it? 7 out of 30. Get your hearses out. I was going to do an outside the car view, because sometimes it stutters in first person, but I remembered we're going underground. So why don't we have a nice speedy up bit while this hearse goes and collects the old deed body. And you can see our wonderful motorway system from a first person perspective. But what do you think of the big mega terrace estate? It's an absolute beast, isn't it? It seems to be functioning off decently as well. And that's the end of our horse journey. Not too bad, that, like. I did notice one thing, and that is I need to real quickly and casually sort these fences out. There we go, the fences are no longer on the road, and they're probably over here and all. Alright. Now we do have some heckers traffic up here, like. I could fix it with a custom roundabout, but I think I might just upgrade this bit of the industrial estate for now. Especially because I've got a $250,000 in the bank. Is that because me buses are paying off? Nope. It's because me roads are paying off. What? How am I making money off roads? Oh, the roadside parking, probably. That's it. If you're not taking the buses and paying into this bit of economy, you're still paying into the economy, pal. Actually, speaking of roads, when I was on with that horse, I noticed that it went really slow on this bit of motorway. And yeah, nah, that makes sense. It's big red. And then on the new bit of motorway, it went absolutely flying. And that's amber already. But I've got to remember, I don't have any road maintenance vehicles. So why don't I see about popping that on there like that? And then these road maintenance vehicles are going to be flying out in no time. Oh, actually, that's why I was over here, wasn't it? Let's upgrade this to 4-lane divided roads, at least to there. Now we're doing it all the way. I'm going to give this industrial estate a proper upgrade, like. Need more gravel roads, and because I've got all the crazy automatic upgrades off, I can even upgrade the underbit. I introduced a little one-way system there to peel traffic off. You know, before I fully commit to this, what else am I forgetting? That's right, I wanted to do this, didn't I? Oh, but I still need a little bit of money. I'm going to go borrow a little bit of money. We'll chuck the post office there. It does claim to be overlapping with Foggy Lane here, but I don't really see it overlapping. If it causes an issue, I'll delete it. The reason I wanted to do that was because I want to make this one way and just oot. Oot, I said. And just to avoid any issues, I'm going to do a bit of that now. So to help with the traffic, we're going to be doing things like you're not turning right and you're not turning right. These are 2 separate roads, mate. They just so happen to be connected. But now you can see the little one-way system I've got here. Keep traffic off of these 2 nonsense intersections. So left lane comes out, right lane has the choice of either one of those. And this is purely just straight out no messing about. And you know what, actually, I'm going to upgrade this bit here to be an asymmetric number. And that allows all the lanes to flow together there without having to interact with each other. Now these two here I could do something with, or a double roundabout. And you know I'm always going to pick double roundabout. Right, now rebuild industrial estate. Know that you've got your fancy traffic. That's right, I've got districts now, so I want ye to only be serving our districts. And that guns for everything. Oh, I think we need to do some upgrades on the schools. But just to make sure, we're only servicing these two districts. We're only servicing our own split city. At least we've got plenty of high school capacity there. Alright, let's upgrade this French elementary school with some sunrooms. Get a couple of hundred more kids in there. Look at this cheeky beggar chucking a U-turn in the middle of the street. At least you're going doing the, well, the middle of the street to do a U-turn. Guess you need better, are you, mate? Need bloody better. Just route yourself better in the first place. Oh, I was about to say, I noticed a lot of traffic during that hearse driving expedition. But it seems to have just been moving in traffic and people have, yeah, mostly sorted themselves out. Oh, well, I'll deal with that. No bother. I was going to say I want to add another arm in. Get people connected up here. What is this? Water damage? Oh, the tides came in on the old beach chooks. Not the beach chooks. Can beach chooks swim? I mean, surely beach chooks can swim. If not, just fly up away from the tide. I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure the tide will come and the tide will go. Although by the looks of things, the tide is a-coming. Oh yeah, big wave. Watch out, chooks. Watch out. Swim, chooks. Swim. Alrighty then. So I'm just going to go ahead, take myself on a little paddle upstream here. Helped in by the tide. That tide is actually flying in, isn't it? Here's another wave coming on in. Oh, you can see the beautiful bridge there in the distance. You know what, let's have ourselves just a real casual zoom up here. Oh, look at that big estate of the industrial variety. We're getting the post vans out. We'll be getting the road service vehicles out now. It's going to be a busy old spot. And look at this. We've sorted the traffic on this roundabout as well with our fancy industrial estate upgrade here. I bloody love this map so far. And we're still making a little bit of money, 55 grand, and that's with the big loans that we've got now. What's your crack? You've been burnt down for like 3 episodes? Get bulldozed, pal, and get rebuilt. Now, I think I've tried to mess with you before and you didn't quite sort yourself out with a bit of a casual move at mod, do you? Maybe if I angle you a little bit? Yeah, see, I don't know what old mate's whinging about here. Oh! Your house is supposed to be facing that way. Alright then, there you go. Connect in now. I think he's been whinging about knee pedestrian accidents since episode bloody 1. Look at this one hearse. Oh, bloody 2 hearses. That is not bad at all, that like. Tell you what, I bet you the heath there is absolutely heaving day and night. You've got all the Germans there. You've got all the Geordies there. It's gonna be raking it in the heath. Ah, look at these big old British terraces here. The Victorian variety, if I haven't said that yet this episode. We still have the old cut through, our the tippity top, and our the big bridge here. But if you take a quick right instead of straight, you can see we've got some clipped buildings. Nah, we just built it into the side of the quay, man. Keeps it up. But yeah, we got some Southwest American assets knocking about here, as well as the Southwestern houses, the old blickety blocks. I saw a couple of that style houses in ours actually. They can be alright. Then a bit of the classic American house with the longest garage in the world. I only say that because in the UK our garages, if we are lucky to have one, usually aren't even attached to the house, so yeah, no. And as for an end of episode drone piece, I think this might do the trick. I hope you have enjoyed this episode, building this whole new estate. I'm sure if naught else you can agree with us that it's a lot better than it was previously. And don't let us forget, we'll most likely have to build a new elementary school in the next episode. And if I've sounded a bit quieter since I've returned, it's because I realised what time it was when I went for a little walkabout and left the computer running there while the drone was spinning around the build. And yeah, now let's say I like to be a little bit courteous. Coming up on the 5-hour mark of this recording, big 1 AM action. Well worth it though. This city is something else, like something else entirely. Well, to start with, it's split in 2. Or is it 3? We'll have to think about that in the next episode, won't we? Night night. Don't let the bed bugs bite.